2-0 win at home at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea against Everton. And it's a good win for them because now they're in the top 4 of the Premier League. And then I think it was an important win as well as a bounce back for what has happened in the past 4 games, because Chelsea has been struggling to find a win in the past 4 games. So there's a couple of things that I want to talk about. And I want to talk about some of the things that actually helped Chelsea and some of the things that didn't work for Everton. But first, I want to start with Everton. When you look at Everton, the way they were structured in a way that they were going to try to play in the middle of the park using Trevoh Hall, but unfortunately they lost Trevoh Hall in the first half, early in the first half actually, and then I think that affected the way Jack Grealish was going to play, because there was not going to be a supply in that manner, because if Trevoh Hall is not operating in the number 10, there was not going to be a lot of space for Jack Grealish actually to operate in. So I think actually it's kind of work against Everton there, because also Jack Grealish wasn't in the game, and I think the way Chelsea was set up, Malo was playing an inverted midfield, even though he was not really concentrating on the right back, but there was no space for actually Jack Grealish to work on. So now, I want us to go back to Chelsea. I think the most important thing that Chelsea did in this match was to make sure that they continue with their best defensive record as well. Because now, out of 6 games they play, they have 5 clean sheets, which is a good thing for Trevoh Chalobah as well as Fofana. And I mean, the way now is commanding that area, Sanchez, I really like him. And I've always been saying that I think Sanchez was never a bad keeper. It's just that he was asked to do some of the things that he can't, and then people were thinking he's a bad keeper. But as a shot stopper, he's really a good keeper. So my thing is, let's look at also from the defense. The defense played very well. But I mean, Cole Palmer coming back is helping the team very well, because he's always going to be open up the space, the way he moves. Remember, when you look at the first goal they scored, because actually Malo was adding those numbers in the middle of the park, and then he was able to assist Cole. And then I think it was one of the problems actually for Everton, because they couldn't play, because Ghana and Gay, they have to make sure that they cover those extra bodies that are coming in the midfield, especially with Gusto, because Gusto was getting a lot of the spaces in the midfield because he was an extra man coming in. But then I want to talk as well about Garnacho. I mean, he get like a lot of chances, and I mean, the player in the caliber of Garnacho, you're expecting him actually to convert some of the goals, that's the chances that he got in that game, because I mean, the finishing was poor. And I mean, if he's continue playing like this, he's going to actually open up a space for Gittins to start more games, because actually Gittins is showing us something that, even though he was struggling in the beginning, but now he's showing us something that is actually quite a good player, and there's something there that we can build on. My thing is now, when you're looking at the way they were attacking, and I think I don't like the way João Pedro is playing for Chelsea, and I think he's holding the ball too much, like he doesn't know how to hold the ball and pass, because some of the times he delays the run that could be dangerous and give like clear chances for Chelsea. So I think the way he moves, he tried to press, but I mean, they need to find like a way. Maybe they need to tell him that when you holding up the ball, you're looking at the spaces you pass. You don't try to prove the point that you have a good strength, you can protect the ball, which is good, but I mean, try to make sure that you aim to assist other players so we can score. So I think one of those things that can help Chelsea as well. But overall, it was a good win for Chelsea, bouncing back from the winningless 4 games, and then it was a good win at home as well. So I think next week they're going up northeast, going to play Newcastle. It's one of those things that we're going to see what is happening in the Premier League, but the Premier League is back. Some of the players also will be leaving to go to the Africa Cup of Nations, and if you're watching on the channel, we're going to have a lot of content as well for AFCON, and then we're going to start tomorrow dropping the first video for AFCON, and as we're going to drop a lot of the videos watching the games. And yeah, if you have anything to say about the Chelsea game, make sure that you go down in the comments, and then you can click that like button and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.